real possibility that Joe Burrow has played his last down this season for the Bengals?
So now it sounds like the Cleveland Browns are going to all but imprison Shedeur Sanders in the football sense of a very talented rookie quarterback who obviously needs reps, needs an opportunity, and who now, barring some miraculous luck, will not get the opportunity to play in a single real game. I'm sure many around the NFL are celebrating as we speak.
Joe Burrow missing 3 months is brutal. But imagine the Bengals pulling off the wildest move in the NFL, snatching rookie star Shedeur Sanders from the Browns. Jake Browning has been serviceable, but let's be real, Shedeur would flip the AFC North upside down. Burrow and Shedeur on the same team isn't depth, it's chaos in stripes. Meanwhile, the Browns look like a circus on fire. The second the rumor drops, Shedeur to Cincinnati. Cleveland fans start panicking like their franchise just got ripped away. Rivals, they're laughing so hard they can't breathe.
No, I'm the biggest Shedeur fan in the world. There's nothing he can do Friday to win the job to start against the Bengals. Let's get that out of the way right now. What Shedeur can do is he can change the narrative. The narrative is the Browns don't see him as a franchise quarterback. They would have drafted him in the first round if they did. They drafted Dylan Gabriel over him. So what he has to do Friday night is to change their thing.
The Browns are 0-2, and fans are already calling for Deshaun Watson's head. They don't want patience. They want Shedeur Sanders now. It's ruthless, but that's Cleveland. No chill, no mercy. Watson was supposed to save this franchise, but instead, fans see him as the guy dragging them down. To them, Shedeur isn't just a replacement. He's a savior waiting in the wings. Every bad pass from Watson feels like a countdown to Sanders. The city isn't asking, it's demanding, and when the dog pound turns, it gets ugly.
Shedeur went through and what you went through. Tonight, watching tonight, does it make it almost more meaningful than just a football game?
I'm not going to say meaningful. We've already spoken like 3 times a day. We just got off the phone joking and clowning like crazy. But he's so prepared right now. A lot of people are approaching it like a preseason game. He's approaching like a game. And that's how he's always approached everything, to prepare and to approach it like this is it. I just can't wait to see him get down tonight. But it's going to be a little weird. It's going to be a little strange. It's going to be a problem after tonight, though. I promise you that.
Shedeur Sanders isn't just a rookie. He's become a movement. Browns fans are treating him like the second coming, convinced he's the only hope left after decades of heartbreak. They're tired of false promises, tired of mediocrity, tired of wasting Sundays. To them, Shedeur represents fresh blood, swagger, and a future that isn't tied to Watson's $230 million shadow. It's not fair to a rookie, but in Cleveland, desperation doesn't care about fairness. They want Sanders now. Not tomorrow, not next season, right now.
Felt fun to get out there, be with the team, going into the final week. I don't know, it's weird, like, consider training camp still? Well, I'm just say preseason. Because on the film breakdown, I don't say training camp, say preseason. All right, so final week of preseason. It's a lot because I know it's a lot of relationships with a lot of guys in the building and a lot of guys in the locker room. That we all may never play on the same team.
To Cleveland Sports Talk Radio last night, and they were saying some things that I think was straight up out of pocket.
Deshaun Watson's name is poison in Cleveland right now. The contract is huge, the performance is weak, and the patience is gone. Fans don't even want excuses. They want a replacement. And Shedeur Sanders is the shiny new option. the perfect escape route. It's brutal, but Cleveland isn't a forgiving city when it comes to football. Once the crowd turns on you, it's over. And right now, Watson's being booed in conversations before he's even booed on the field. The chants for Shedeur are louder than the cheers for Deshaun. That says everything.
Injury that will require surgery. He will be sidelined for a minimum of 3 months. Typically, this is a 12 to 14-week recovery period from an injury like that. That would mean that if it was best case, the soonest he could be ready, as much as he might push, would be December 15th, and it very well could be into the new year before he's ready again. Let's see if the Bengals and Jake Browning, their new quarterback, can keep them afloat until then.
Social media has turned Shedeur Sanders into a Cleveland legend before he's even taken a snap. The hype is insane. Every highlight, every throw, every touchdown goes viral. Browns fans are flooding timelines, tagging the front office, and demanding a change. To them, Shedeur isn't just a quarterback, he's the future face of the franchise. Whether it's realistic or not doesn't matter. Perception rules football talk. And right now, the perception is clear. Cleveland doesn't want Watson, it wants Sanders.
Rumors are flying that Shedeur Sanders could be on the move to the Cincinnati Bengals. Imagine with Joe Burrow out, Shedeur Sanders can finally get a chance to start. Sure, trade rumors are getting some real traction with all these quarterbacks getting injured. But the main particular one, the Cincinnati Bengals, after Joe Burrow done injured his toe and being out for at least 3 months, this could be a real possibility. Hey, Money Man, so what could that trade look like? Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow has a toe injury that will keep him out at least 3 months. It is yet another unfortunate injury setback for one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Without Burrow, the Bengals will likely struggle.
The Browns are stuck in a nightmare of their own making. They paid Deshaun Watson like a king, but the fans are already treating him like a fraud. And when the money's that big, failure doesn't get forgiven. Shedeur Sanders represents the exact opposite: cheap, fresh, exciting, and untouchable by scandal. It's not just about football anymore, it's about pride. Browns fans don't just want Shedeur to start, they want Watson gone. That's the ugly truth nobody in the front office wants to say out loud.
Yo, look, I'm sick and tired of seeing how the Cleveland Browns and the NFL is treating Shedeur Sanders. This right here got me hotter than fish grease. This got me hotter than Texas on an August noon when it's 111 degrees. This right here is bull dookie. I'm trying not to curse. I'm trying to stay kid friendly. But this is crazy. Bro, not even running practice squad.
Every Browns loss adds gasoline to the fire. 0-2 already feels like the season is over, and that anger has turned into obsession. Shedeur Sanders isn't just a name. He's the weapon fans believe can save everything. It doesn't matter that he's unproven. Doesn't matter that Watson is still QB1. The mob has spoken, and the mob wants Shedeur. In Cleveland, fan pressure isn't background noise, it's a storm. And right now, that storm is coming straight for Deshaun Watson's job.
For a minimum of 3 months. The Bengals already have been calling around to add another quarterback. That's from a depth standpoint. But the fact of the matter is Jake Browning will be the guy. He is expected to be the guy. And Joe Burrow has taken so much punishment there in Cincinnati from the time that he arrived there in 2020. You put up the pass rush win rate right there, where the Bengals have ranked in the league, and you see those numbers. That is rough for a quarterback to absorb all those hits, all those years. And you wonder what type of cumulative effect it will have on Joe Burrow physically and mentally moving forward. So we'll keep an eye on that as that unfolds.
The calls for Shedeur Sanders have turned toxic. It's no longer maybe he should start, it's put him in now or this franchise is finished. That's how desperate things have become. The Browns gambled everything on Watson, but fans are ready to burn that bridge without looking back. Shedeur is being treated like a savior before he's earned it. But that's the insanity of football culture. When a fan base is broken, they'll cling to anything. Right now, Shedeur is that anything.
That Shedeur, for the very first time, the Browns have national media talking in a positive light about this starting QB. And that is something that is unparalleled. Something you've never seen in Cleveland since you've been a fan here. Yes or no?
I mean, it's been a while, no doubt. When Joe Flacco went on the run and you made the playoffs, that was something that nobody saw coming.
That short-lived type. You could argue Baker to an extent.
Yeah.
Browns fans have turned Shedeur Sanders into a symbol of rebellion. Supporting him isn't just about football. It's about rejecting Watson, rejecting failure, rejecting years of disappointment. It's personal now. Watson represents wasted money and shattered dreams, while Sanders represents hope and a way out. Every chant for Shedeur is really a dagger aimed at Deshaun. And the craziest part, it's working. The more fans talk, the more the pressure builds, and the more the front office looks cornered.
I was having some problems and trying to figure out why we were not giving this kid the reps or some reps. I know we have a lot of quarterbacks on this football team, but to give all those guys reps and not give this kid any reps, I'm saying, what the hell are we doing over there? What's going on? And then think about it. We pretty much just threw him into the fire without any reps or anything like that. I mean, and look how this kid responds. And he's not going against the scrubs out there. No. He's going against their first defense.
Cleveland has become a war zone of opinions. On one side, the die-hard believers who think Shedeur Sanders is the chosen one. On the other, the exhausted few still clinging to Deshaun Watson. But the truth is brutal. Once the majority turns, there's no going back. Right now, Shedeur is winning the popularity contest in a landslide. It's less about strategy and more about survival, and Watson feels like he's already lost. In the court of public opinion, Sanders is the new quarterback of the Cleveland Browns.